You've eaten well. You've eaten Gotham's wealth. From this moment on, none of you are safe.
There's an unending discussion on who is the best and the strongest. Welcome back to Screen Lab. Today, we are showing you the top 8 times Batman has defeated your favorite superhero. Number 8. Superman. Through the years, Batman has unending fights against the likes of the Joker, Two-Face, and Bane. These antagonists are frequently listed in the best of villains made in comic books. While the Dark Knight is defending Gotham City from these villains, every now and then, he is busy making victories against his co-superheroes. Seriously, this guy fought the entire Justice League all by himself. Speaking of Justice League, there are several times Batman had a fight against his best friend, Superman. Since the mid-40s, these two have belonged in the world's finest crime-fighting team. They have the same desire to devote their lives to helping others, but like all friends, they occasionally have their disagreements.
My actions don't require any defense. In the same situation, I do it again.
A few of these fights are when Batman fought Superman in Hush, when he was under Poison Ivy's control. However, Batman more or less endured that fight then won it, and of course, they fought in the iconic Dark Knight Returns. But the most recent and the decisive match was on the Dawn of Justice. Here, the infamous prep time and over-the-top gadget prevailed. The clash left Superman helpless, while Batman stood poised with a kryptonite spear that could actually kill his foe. Bruce Wayne decided to spare the kill after he learned Superman's mother has the same name as his own mother. A heartwarming scene after a bone-crushing fight. Number 7. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Well, it is not surprising that everything is possible in the comics, and one of these bizarre crossovers is when Batman met the Ninja Turtles in 2015. Despite the unimaginable meetup, the story actually holds up pretty well. It plays with the contrast of Batman's seriousness and the more lighthearted nature of the Turtles. Of course, it is pretty much a tradition whenever superheroes cross paths for the first time. They had to have a fight due to a misunderstanding. Even though Batman is outnumbered and he just met these playful brothers, he still proves that he is the better equipped and trained to fight. The Turtles had a taste of Batman's fight skills, being thrown about and knocked around until Splinter broke things up with a smoke bomb. Eventually, their first meeting did not end up badly. This historical scene made the Turtles actually admire Batman. Well, Mr. Bruce Wayne has been fighting crimes for over 75 years. It's just another episode proving his decades of training. Number 6. Green Lantern. There were several times the character of Green Lantern has fought Batman, and most of the time, he is defeated. Other superhero fans often say that Batman isn't the same as other superheroes because he just relies on gadgets and planning. But there are several occasions he has repeatedly proven that he is capable of holding his own in some unexpected encounters. One is with Guy Gardner when he was incarnated as Green Lantern. Gardner, the bowl-cutted Green Lantern, commonly known as the biggest jerk in the DC universe, constantly running his mouth about how he should be running the Justice League and why he's the best and toughest hero around. So when Guy stepped up to Batman during an argument, a famous moment in comics was born when Batman put him down with just one punch. Another hilarious encounter was of Batman and Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, in the All-Star Batman and Robin comics. This is another quick defeat. Batman and Robin just relied on Green Lantern's weakness, color yellow. The two dedicated a solid weekend painting one of their safe houses entirely yellow. It does not end there. The two also covered themselves head to toe in the same paint color. Hal was unable to use his powers. This tactic results in one of the most ridiculous and entertaining defeats in the DC comics. Seems that Batman has been fighting a lot, but because no one is safe and everything is possible in their world, Batman might have fought some Marvel superheroes. If you want to know who are these heroes he defeated, just keep on watching. Number 5. Captain America. Speaking of Marvel, Batman vs. Captain America is one of the most perfect matchups any fan could ask for. These two have things in common, making them a good match. Captain America is a soldier enhanced by science, devoted to fighting for what's right, while Batman perfected himself to avenge the world's most devastating wrongs. The match was made possible in the 90s at the DC vs. Marvel Comics crossover. Furthermore, the excitement increased when the team behind this idea made the readers vote on the outcome of many of the fights. The creators made Batman and Captain America so evenly pitted against each other that neither was able to gain the advantage needed to put the fight away. The battle stretched across hours. The battle took place in a sewer where a sudden rush of water swamped Cap and gave Batman the chance to bop him over the head with a batarang. It was only their choice of battleground that gave Batman the win. Of course, same with his other fights, Batman did not kill the Avenger. Therefore, he saved him from drowning and put an end to the fight. Overall, Batman has the fans to thank for his victory, but nonetheless, it still counts as a win. Stay tuned for our number 2 pick to know who among the strong Avengers Batman defeated by his mind games and with just a punch. Number 4. Catwoman. Among the book characters in this list, maybe Catwoman has the most often encounters with Batman. The two treated each other as both enemy and ally. They both struggle to give in to their antagonist side or their attraction for each other. For fans out there, you know that among superheroes and supervillains, it's really not that uncommon to fall in love with someone you routinely battle. Most of the time, their encounters usually have an undertone of playfulness. They enjoy each other too much to give it their all. But knowing Batman, this dude is a pretty serious character, and oftentimes he ran out of patience with Catwoman. One proof was released in Hush when Batman was about to kill Joker. Catwoman intervened to stop him. Without a second thought, Batman takes her down by attacking her in her gunshot wound. Number 3. Wonder Woman. In a straight-up fight, there's no question who wins between Diana and Bruce. In Hikatea comic, Batman was defeated by Wonder Woman with no trace of ambiguity. But the tables are turned in Batman Endgame. It is not news to every DC fan that Batman's game focuses on learning his opponent's weakness and finding a way to neutralize a threat through prep time. Wonder Woman is among those superheroes Batman defeated through a well-executed plan. Batman's most impressive work against the Amazon Princess was the one involving the rest of the Justice League. The League was turned into Jokers and tried to hunt Batman down. This situation revealed the Dark Knight's updated methods for taking down the Flash, Aquaman, Superman, and showed his first proper victory against Wonder Woman. The plan itself is one of Batman's smartest too. After punching Wonder Woman into the nearest building with his Transformer-like Justice Buster armor, Batman wraps a Greek relic called the Bind of Veils around her. The rope makes Wonder Woman hallucinate a fake victory over Batman, allowing the real hero to leave to save the day, while she continues dealing with an imaginary Bruce. We're almost there. Do you have any idea who is our top pick? Clue? He is one of the closest superheroes to Batman. Keep on watching to know who he is. But before the big reveal, meet another Avenger that Batman defeated. Number 2. The Hulk. 9 out of 10 Batman fans will tell you that what they liked about his character is the idea that he doesn't have superpowers. Bruce Wayne is just an endlessly rich, highly trained, physically perfect normal human with a photographic memory. Nothing much. Every human can do it if they have a chance, but what others can't is the fact that one time he beat up the Hulk. Battles between Marvel and DC characters are always going to be contentious. The Hulk has battled around gods like Thor and Loki, so the obvious answer is that Batman would have no chance. But this win is the proof that Batman's prep time is totally understandable, since anyone who goes against the Hulk without a strategy is just asking to lose. This face-off happened in the 1971's Batman vs. the Incredible Hulk. Instead of overpowering the Hulk, Batman thinks things through. The Dark Knight utilized chemicals in the air that would render the Hulk unconscious if he inhaled them. However, the Hulk anticipated what's coming. He just attempted to hold his breath to avoid defeat, something he can do way longer than any normal human. This defeat exhibited Batman's intellect and the Hulk's shortcomings as a superhero. This huge Green Avenger loses his breath when Batman kicks him in the gut. Once the chemicals got in the Hulk's lungs, he went down for a nap and left Batman standing tall. Ever wondered who will be the top pick? None other than Batman's once trusty sidekick, Robin. Number 1. Nightwing. 2002's Bruce Wayne murderer storyline had a lot of interesting elements. Top of the list is the fact that Bruce Wayne was framed up for murder by someone who knew that he was Batman. This person had gone as far as creating the crime scene so that even his allies would suspect that Batman did the crime. It all built up to a confrontation between Batman and Nightwing. The Dark Knight's former sidekick tried to get him to listen to a reason and clear his name rather than running away from his life. The two have clashed on a few occasions, but Batman typically says no when it comes to fighting against his former boy wonder. There were times when Batman lost to Nightwing just because he refused to fight. But just like other crimes, Batman ended this disagreement with a good punch. Bruce grew distrustful of his friends. During his first encounter with the Court of Owls, he learns that assailants have special seals hidden inside their mouths. Batman, being Batman, punched Nightwing in the face and knocked out his tooth to check for a seal. Another encounter was when a version of Batman was driven insane by having Superman's powers decide to fight Nightwing. Despite knowing his former mentor's condition, Nightwing goes to fight the Dark Knight, hoping that his habit of staying out of the light would mean his new Kryptonian powers were weakened. But instead of winning, Nightwing gets beaten up by his adopted dad. The fight left this former sidekick suspended by his neck. It's an exceedingly brutal fight, which makes Batman's guilt when he finally loses the powers all the worse, as he's aware that he severely injured the people he cares about just because he got a couple of cool alien space powers. Are you amazed by Batman's capabilities? Did you expect some of these superhero defeats? Comment them below. If you enjoyed this, we have tons of other videos you might want to watch if you're an avid superhero fan. Check out our video of 8 Marvel characters Dr. Doom should be afraid of. Subscribe to ScreenLab and click the notification button so you are always updated with the latest news and interesting stuff about your favorite films and TV shows. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.